Talofa lava everyone, my name is Eileen and I'm one of VSA's UniVol volunteers. Myself and 3 others are here in the beautiful islands of Samoa and have been here for 3 months now. In this presentation, I'm just going to explain my experience so far from settling in to my assignment and just the everyday life here in Samoa. So firstly is arriving in Samoa. Once we landed in Samoa, we were under the care of Langi, our program manager, and Mary, our country program coordinator. We were picked up from the airport and settled into a hotel in town for the night. The following day, we started with a full week of orientation. We began with a walk around Apia town, where Mary showed us supermarkets, the government building, bank, and the bus exchange. This gave us a good bearing of our surroundings. We then headed to the VSA office to go over some admin, including Langi and Mary's roles, an overview of the Samoa government, information on our accommodation, our individual assignments, and reporting. We then went into the cultural orientation, discussing cultural protocols and traditions, key events and dates in Samoa, and wisdom in working with local Samoans. On to day 2, which started with a cultural experience at Samoa Tourism Authority. Here's Annalise, Ruby, and Grace having fun, doing some weaving using coconut leaves, and here is the final product. Here we learned about the traditional tatau, and we watched this being done. We also learned about carving, and here are some of the men doing some carving. They made little crafts such as bowls and sea turtles, which is really cool. And after this was food time, whoop whoop. Here's the boys preparing the umu for us, which included taro, fa'i or banana, breadfruit, tuna, and palasami. While we feasted, the team here at the Samoa Tourism Authority performed some beautiful Samoan dances. Now language lesson time, and here's our teacher Fiti teaching us some of the basics during our first lesson. So VSA provides us with 6 free 1-hour language lessons, which so far have been super helpful and fun. Some locals have even been surprised by our Samoan speaking, but we definitely have a lot to learn. Later in the week, we headed to Whalase'ela for our village experience, and this was the first time out of town, and the drive was beautiful. We were welcomed by our hosts and some yummy fruits. Then we headed off to snorkel with the giant clams. And after this, we spent the evening cruising around the lagoon on the Va'a, which is like a waka, going through the mangroves and watching the sunset. The next day, we did our waterfall hike adventure, and this is the team. It was a long walk, but definitely worthwhile. So pretty, really good time. The boys were so good helping us climb up all the slippery rocks and making sure we're all right. Here's the final waterfall, and that's Yella jumping off from over 30 meters high. Over the walk, the boys could talk about volleyball, so as soon as we got back, we played some volleyball. We were going to play volleyball when we get back. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's like volley.
I'm good at volleyball.
Oh yes. It is now Sunday. We're at church. The churches in Samoa are stunning and the singing is amazing. That's us with good old Olsen, our host. And then we returned back to the house where we had tunai, which is the traditional Sunday lunch. So while we were at church, the boys had been preparing the umu. So there's them making it up, and there's the final products. We had a main feast including crab, fish and coconut cream, palasami, breadfruit, fa'i, pork, and heaps of other foods prepared by our hosts.
Oh, vai ficar.
This concluded our village experience and we headed off. Fellow volunteer Grace and I were taken back to RPO as we were to begin our assignments the following day, whilst the other two girls, Ruby and Annalise, were taken to Savai'i and began their orientation there. I applied for VSA's role of Sports Development Assistant with the National Rugby League in Samoa. I've grown up always playing sport and enjoyed being active and working with others, so I think that's what led me to want to complete a Bachelor in Sports Coaching at the University of Canterbury. Throughout high school, I coached volleyball, so the practical side of the degree of going out to schools and coaching was something I was already doing. The skills of working with a range of different people, different ages and abilities, coordinating activities, being organised, enthusiastic, and building good relationships I gained through playing sport, coaching, and my degree are able to be applied here in my role with NRL Samoa. I actually have no experience in rugby league, and not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of playing the game, but I do like watching it. My experience so far though has been amazing, like way better than I expected. It's been super practical, which I enjoy, and I'm working with heaps of kids who are always so kind and engaged, and my team has been really welcoming and makes the job really fun. And I think from this, it is good to know that maybe if there are roles in the UniVol program that don't appeal to you at first, apply for it anyway, as it may be better than what you expect. The aims of NRL Samoa are to use rugby league as a vehicle to eliminate gender bias, provide inclusive, active opportunities for people with disabilities, and mitigate violence against women and children. So far, our day-to-day has involved going out to 2 to 3 different schools each day and running 30-minute league sessions, health and wellbeing workshops, or our Voice Against Violence workshop. The NRL's Voice Against Violence program educates high school kids on gender-based violence, which is a huge issue here in Pacific Islands. Here's some clips from Chanel College taking part in the Voice Against Violence program. The Voice Against Violence program is important as it spreads awareness on different types of violence, ways to deal with it, and uses physical activities to embed some of the key messages. By educating from a grassroots level, we hope that the attitudes of violence will change and violent behaviour in the community will decrease in the future. Our other program called League for Life covers nutrition, physical education, and mental health, and involves fundamental rugby league movement trainings, short story sessions, and ends with a rugby league competition. During Term 1 this year, we visited 9 different schools around Sanganga district. We educated them on the importance of healthy lifestyle choices and ran league session trainings to prepare them for the Sanganga Primary School League tournament in April. This tournament was a highlight for me as we got to see their hard work and development over the term be put onto the field. It was cool to see how some kids went from having no experience of rugby league to thriving on the field. The relationships they built with one another and the fun they were having was also great to see. The kids are also really hype. During the games, they're screaming to support each other, laughing and always having a good time. The cultural aspect which shines is also really cool to see, such as chants, dancing and singing. Here's a video from the beginning of the Sanganga Primary School tournament. The NRL team are pretty well established actually, so my job of building capacity has been pretty easy. I think one role I've taken on is just taking photos and posting on social medias, as the rest of the team are quite busy coaching and don't have time to take photos, so I'm out there taking photos as well as helping with reporting and doing write-ups, as well as making resources using Canva, which is something the team had never done before. So yeah, these are just little ways I've helped build capacity for the team. So that is a little bit about my assignment. I will now take you to view our accommodation here in Apia. Me and Grace live here at this apartment building. I'm going to take you to her room because it's cleaner than mine. Here is outside. We have Peace Court across there, hospital down the road, shops close by, And we have a DMC, which is like the Samoa version of KFC across, which is also very convenient. Here is Grace's room. Hello.
Hello, welcome to my crib. This is the kitchen. Very nice. This is the living room area. Got a desk, TV, couch. Very nice. Nice double bed. And then we come around here to the bathroom. Very nice little ensuite. Not too fancy, but it does the job. So that's us.
Across there is Langi's house. She is our program manager and she makes sure that we are always up to no good here at our... So our place is in a gated area, which makes it very safe and comes with everything we really need: washing machine, fridge, appliances, etc. So the only thing we really need to pay for is health and body products, luxuries, activities during the weekdays or weekends, and food. I will now go through food. This is the marketi, which sells a huge variety of fruits and veggies, including Samoan oranges, pawpaw, banana, lychee, mangoes, pineapple, avocados, cucumber, plantain, bok choy, pumpkin, taro, and coconuts, all local. This is Grace and I trying new, which is a young coconut. Yep, approval. And this is dinner 1 at Falese'ela, which included taro and coconut cream, pumpkin, fried chicken, veggie soup, chicken stir fry, and rice. Day 2 was pasta salad, potato salad, barbecue chicken, and more taro. And here's another photo of the tunai we had on Sunday. Seafood was caught the night before. Delicioso. I think my favorite Samoan food is ulu, which is breadfruit, and palosami, which is young taro leaves in coconut cream. And here's us at a beach fale, enjoying some dinner, some breakfast, which is all provided. When you say at beach fales, they include delicious breakfasts and dinners made fresh. There's some fresh fruits. Oh, this is a supermarket. So shops are very accessible, especially in Apia, and there are heaps of brands and snacks you can find in New Zealand. However, some things do tend to be more costly, especially imported food, but the bakeries are on. They are cheap and delicioso. So yeah, there's some baked goods. And here is some panipopo, which is bread buns baked in coconut cream, a classic Samoan dish. And there's a Macca's. Pretty pricey, tastes the same as New Zealand. Ice cream machine also does not work. Yummy! We are here at this Thai restaurant called Chada in Apia. Here is Grace. You have not met her. She is one of the other UniVol volunteers. What do you do, Grace? Who do you work with?
I work with the Samoa Family Health Association. I'm a youth program mentor.
Woo! So yes, this is one of the many cafes and restaurants here in Apia. There's lots of different cuisines and different food varieties. That's something I did not expect. Because I was expecting like lots of just like Samoan food or just like any from the supermarket stuff, but there's actually lots of cafes and restaurants. So yeah. But obviously overall local food is definitely cheaper, and you know, being in a different country and experiencing a new culture does mean trying new foods, and yeah, it's definitely worthwhile. Definitely making the most of it while I'm here, because yum! We've only been here in Samoa for 2 months, but we've already tried to make the most of every day we can. During the weekends and weekdays that we have free, we try and go out to different sightseeing places and swimming spots, both in Savai and Upolu. So here are some of the adventures we have been up to so far. Oh yeah, good pass.
Yay!
Hello, it is Eileen and Annalise.
Hello.
It is currently Saturday morning at 9:20 a.m. and we are watching some netball. This is Annalise's team. She just joined St Mary's and we are here supporting.
Did they get a goal?
So yes, this is one activity we do in the weekends is come and play some netball.
Yeah.
Getting involved in the community is a great way for us to keep socially active, meet new people and try new experiences. I've joined the netball and volleyball team, and when Annalise moved here to Apia a few weeks ago, she also joined the netball team. Annalise and Grace attend Culture X, which is a fitness class which runs at the local gym a few times a week. It incorporates Samoan Siva movements into a Zumba dance class. Grace also attends church, which has helped her meet many of the locals. Ruby is also keeping active, training for the Samoan Marathon and also trying to connect with local schools in the area to do some part-time volunteering at. Here is an event she was a part of for her work at Savai'i Tourism and invited us along to. I am truly grateful for the opportunity VSA has provided for me to be here in Samoa. Not only have I gone to explore a whole new culture, learn different language, do all these new experiences, meet so many new people, and explore the beautiful island of Samoa, but I've also learned a lot about myself as well as the future pathways I want to follow. Because coming out of uni, I wasn't sure what I want to do. I just know I want to travel and work in sport. So this opportunity has already got me traveling, and I now know sport-wise I want to work with kids as it's fun, and I think the difference you can make in a kid really builds onto the future of like the generations, just the different attitudes and like healthy lifestyles that can happen starting from the grassroots. So yeah, I think the NRL has taught me that, and just doing something practical, working outdoors, something fun is something I want to do, and without this opportunity I would not know that. So I definitely recommend doing the UniVol program, giving it a go, and I wish luck to all those who apply. I hope this video was informative and gave you a good insight to the life of a UniVol volunteer here in Samoa. I wish you all the best for the rest of your studies, and thank you for watching. Fa soifua.